Where others retrench, BillQuick advances. BillQuick 2009 enhancements for vendor bills and purchase orders focus on intelligent simplification and flexibility. Let's start with vendor history. New in 2009, the History tab for vendors shows you all the vendor bills and purchase orders. Columns can be sorted with a click. Another at-a-glance feature is the status column. You know whether a vendor is billed, partially billed, or fully billed. Similarly, you can see whether a purchase order is open or closed. And from any row in these grids, you can drill down to a vendor bill or purchase order. Let's check out vendor bills next. To save time and effort, vendor bills can now be created from time and expenses recorded for a vendor. When you create a new vendor bill, BillQuick automatically detects whether a consultant or other type of vendor has time and expenses on file. You can select the items to include in the vendor bill. You can add the other items as well. In the same way, if there's a PO on file for the vendor and items have been received against it, BillQuick asks if you want to include the items on the vendor bill. Another important feature is the ability to add notes to the project journal. For a particular vendor bill, you may want to document why you changed an item or held something back. This kind of qualitative information is critical when a partner, accountant, or manager gets a call from a vendor. Other useful new vendor bill features include identifying vendor bill items as extra. This is commonly done when you want to show pass-through services for a consultant separately on an invoice. Next is submit approved status. At a glance, you know whether the items have been approved for billing. In many firms, approval is required before a vendor bill is paid, so you can submit the items for approval right from the vendor bill screen. Let's turn now to purchase orders. In 2009, you can now create a purchase order based on a budget. The drop-down list includes only budgets that contain vendor items. When you select it, the items flow into the PO screen. Another new feature is the option to email a purchase order to a vendor. BillQuick pulls the vendor email address from the vendor record. Also, BillQuick lets you enter the message manually or use the autocomplete shorthand codes to insert typical messages. Yet another new feature is receipt of more items than called for in a PO. This often occurs, especially for materials for a job. When you enter more items, BillQuick calculates a negative number of items against the PO. You see the same negative number on reports, and this over-receipt condition flows to vendor bills too. When you integrate with QuickBooks, the negative flows to inventory as well. Other new and improved purchase order features include create a vendor bill from a partially fulfilled purchase order, show only active status or all purchase orders, payment terms for purchase orders, and linking files to a PO. BQE Software listens, and it shows in BillQuick. Be sure to view the other What's New 2009 demos for more information.